How do Germans show pride for their country?
I am bored. What should I do?
Ah, ich weiß.
Hallo und willkommen. Ich bin Meister Lenze and you're watching Get Germanized, the Snapchat/Instagram Q&A. I asked you guys to send me videos on Instagram and Snapchat. Well, and you did. You asked me questions and I answered them in this video. I will. And well, let's just jump right into it.
Move to any other country besides Germany, where would you move and why?
If I could move to any other country apart from Germany, where would I move to and why? Well, that would have to be Japan, probably. Japan was lots of fun when I went to Tokyo last year during Halloween. Or like for Halloween around my birthday, because my birthday is on Halloween, lucky me. And yeah, it was probably the best holiday I ever had, the most fun I ever had anywhere. So maybe Japan for a while.
Hallo, ich bin chemisch Schwertfeger. Ich habe eine Frage für Sie. Magst du amerikanische Sport und wie ist mein Deutsch? Danke.
If I like American sports, then how is your German? Well, the German's fine, I understood everything perfectly, so no worries there. And also American sports, I don't know that NASCAR racing is quite cool, I think at least. NFL I've never really watched a whole lot because I heard it's like super long, it takes forever. It's more strategic, right? They take long breaks in between like the move sets and stuff like that. I don't know how it works. And I don't know, baseball I've never really watched. So not really. I don't watch a lot of sports in general though, so don't be offended.
I was wondering if it's true that there are 57 different ways to say apple core in German, or are they just fooling us on Tumblr?
I'm not quite sure what you said here. Apple corn. Or am I just blanking here? I don't know, but you're probably right, or the person who told you this is probably right about that, because there are lots of ways to say things differently in German. I mean, sometimes a word has like lots of different meanings. So that might be true. Little advice here, if you can, don't use filters for your messages with voice distortion, because the chances are that I don't understand, like just right now.
How do Germans show pride for their country?
Well, you will see German pride for our country when it's football time in Germany, soccer. Because then the flags are out everywhere and people cheer with the German flag. They draw the German flag on their faces and stuff like that. Sadly, that's one of the only few times in a year when we do that here in Germany. We are very, well, reserved when it comes to showing our nationality for obvious reasons. I know you Americans don't understand that, you people from the US especially, I suppose. And some people judge us for that. I mean, I think a little bit more would be okay, you know, a little bit more than we show it right now, like, which is almost non-existent. I mean, my dad has a German flag flying outside the house, so there you go.
Dominic, is it hard to be vegetarian in Germany? And what is your favorite vegetarian dish?
If it's hard to be vegetarian in Germany, and what's my favorite vegetarian dish? No, it's not. Definitely not. I mean, we have lots of vegetarian options outside of supermarkets, like if you want to go out and eat out at a restaurant, for example. Vegan would be a different story. Vegan, I mean, we do have vegan restaurants, especially in Berlin and stuff like that, in big cities. But if you're in a rural town, then you might not be in luck. So vegetarian, easy, especially if you cook at home. Just get the stuff from the supermarket and cook it, no problem whatsoever. Lots of vegetarian options at restaurants, at least they have some. Also, my favorite vegetarian dishes, I mean, basically just the non-meat version of my other favorite dishes, like chili, curry, Indian curry, and Chinese food, Korean food. I like all the foods. So just make it vegetarian and there you go. You have my favorite dish.
Hi, my name is Ilan and I'm from Israel, and my question is how gay people are treated in Germany.
Gay people in Germany are treated just like normal people, I'd say at least, from the majority of the population here. Like they're just treated normally, or by the majority of the population. For example, my uncle is gay and I think he moved to a bigger city just because he was a bit worried about like the chit chat, the gossiping of the older townsfolk here in this village or in the village where he came from. So he moved to a bigger city because especially in bigger cities these days no one really cares at all anymore. So if you're gay in Germany or trans or whatever, people might look for a second like, huh, okay, but that's usually about it.
Hi Dominic, I'm recommend we visit?
Hey, you're going to Bielefeld in summer? That's like right around the corner where I studied. That's cool. Yeah, I like Bielefeld. There's a Sparrenburg. It's a big castle in Bielefeld. That's quite nice. Also, well, lots of bars and restaurants you can check out. Just the inner city, the Altstadt, the old part of the city is quite nice as well. And then there's a big forest around the city which you can explore. Also, one of my favorite areas, because I lived in that street, the Dornberger Straße, it's called, the Dornberg Street. If you walk that up, then there's a climbing park, there's a zoo that's even open during nighttime, like a wild Wildpark, I think it's called, or something like that, or Tiergehege, I'm not quite sure anymore. But yeah, it's open at night, the night zoo they got there. And if you follow that street up into the forest, you come to, well, kind of an outlook street. If you walk across that path, along that path, you can see across the whole city. It looks really nice, especially at sunset or at dawn. Really nice, so check that out.
Hi Dominic, my question is, did you ever hear absurd questions about Germany or being a German from your foreign friend?
If I ever heard absurd questions about being a German or Germany in general, well, if we're still Nazis, I mean, some trolls probably asked me if Hitler was still our leader and shit like that. I don't think any serious questions though. Yeah, not really. I mean, not that I can recall right now, like from the spot. There was nothing that insane. At least nothing serious, I don't think.
I'm an exchange student from America and I'm going to München this weekend with my partner. Is there anything specific I should see or do on there?
Well, you'll just have a blast in München in general, but I know there's, I don't remember the name anymore, but it's a garden, a beer garden, and they have like deer and stuff like that. Is it the Hirschgarten maybe? Der Hirschgarten. I remember going to a garden like that during the Oktoberfest time in September. That was really nice. Also, they have a Chinese tower somewhere in a park. That was a really nice place, like a big park with a beer garden in the middle around this Chinese tower. I'm not sure what it's called. That maybe it was a present from China. I don't actually know. But yeah, and they even had music playing from that tower. Like people would play with instruments, like traditional German music, like this polka music that you associate with Germany's this kind of music. It was really nice though, because it was well, Munich, stereotype country, and also a beer garden. Can't go wrong with that. Other than that, I just suggest that you get lost in the city a little bit, just walk around, explore it. That's what I always do in cities. For example, I did that in Tokyo, or, well, usually I do that actually.
Hey Dominic, I wanted to know what your favorite German city is and whether you have ever been to Italy. Or if you would like to go to Italy, if you never have.
My favorite German town, well, Berlin is among them just because there's so much stuff to do and lots of my friends live there. I liked Freiburg a lot, it was really beautiful in the south of Germany. I like Bremen a lot too though. It's a cozy little town in the north of Germany near where I live. And like there's lots of beautiful architecture in there, lots of stuff to explore. For a weekend trip, for example, it's really nice. And no, I have sadly never been to Italy. I hear it's really beautiful and I would love to go sometime.
For jobs in Germany, and when it comes to filling out my name, I cannot choose Miss as a prefix, only Mrs., but I'm not married. Why is Miss not available?
Simply because we just use Frau and Herr. We don't use Fräulein anymore, which would be like Miss, I think, instead of Mrs. In Germany you just have Frau and Herr. We don't really see it as, oh, if you say Frau, you're married. So don't worry about that, just use Frau.
Hi, hallo. Kannst du mir sagen, was ist die Leitkultur?
Well, I don't want to tell you any bullshit about the Leitkultur, like because he asked what that is. It's like the dominant culture at the moment, so I'm gonna read it out from what I found on the internet. Leitkultur is a German concept which can be translated as guiding culture or leading culture, less literally as common culture, core culture or basic culture. The term was first introduced in 1998 by the German Arab sociologist Bassam Tibi, and from 2000 onward the term figured prominently in the national political debate in Germany about national identity and immigration. The term then became associated with a monocultural vision of German society with ideas of European cultural superiority and with policies of compulsory cultural assimilation. I hope that helped.
Hi, I was wondering if you ever visited Italy and also if it's true that German people love to travel a lot. So that's what my German teacher said to me.
If I ever visited Italy, I answered that before. I have not. But yeah, I love to travel a lot. I mean, lots of my friends, if they had more time and money, especially time is always the issue, that I think they would travel a lot more than they do currently. So yeah, I definitely travel a lot, or like to travel a lot, and I think many other Germans do too.
Hey Dominic, my question for you would be, which video games would you love to see a remake of?
Which video games I would like to see a remake of? Definitely Final Fantasy VII, that's gonna happen. Also Secret of Mana, Seiken Densetsu I think it's called in Japanese. One of my all-time favorite Super Nintendo games. I'm not sure if that will ever get a remake though, but that would be my gamer wet dream. Yeah, for sure. That would be amazing, definitely. Also, I don't know, maybe the first Mass Effect, just a remastered version or something like that. Soul Reaver would be cool to have a remake, like this vampire game. I'm not sure if any of you remember. Soul Reaver would be definitely cool. Or Terranigma, another Super Nintendo classic, or Secret of Evermore. I'm not sure if they really should do that for those games, because with that 8-bit style that they had, I'm not sure if it would translate very well, everything. Like, it would be so very different that it might lose some of its charm. I'm not sure.
Hey Dominic, which is the best city to live in Germany?
The best city to live in Germany, and the standard question again here. I cannot answer that because it might be different for everyone. Like, you might expect different things of a city, you like different things than other people. So you just really have to, well, either visit cities beforehand and then decide, or look on the internet for maybe the architecture, most beautiful architecture. If you type that into Google, Germany or cities in Germany with the most beautiful architecture, I bet there will be something. Also best cities for nightlife or something like that. Make an educated, well, choice, do you say? I don't want to say guess. Just, you know, do research and then decide for yourself, because I can't really tell you what you like.
Hey dude, I was wondering if there was one person or event in your life that has really helped to define, shape who you've become today. And if so, do they still have an influence on your thoughts and actions to this day?
Several people, I'd say. Not necessarily in the most positive way. I mean, kind of and kind of not. Just because I see life as way more fleeting than I used to. I think I'm way less naive about life, and I used to be way more carefree. I'm not anymore. Some people say that's maybe added wisdom. I'm not sure if I wanted that kind of wisdom, but I lost many people close to me, and that kind of just, well, that definitely changed the way I think, the way I act, the way I just go about stuff, you know. So yeah, several people, including my older brother who passed away in 2009, and some other people more recently that left my life, and also people before that that have, well, vanished one way or the other. So yeah, I mean, and let me think of something positive here. I mean, also my older brother obviously definitely influenced my life, because he introduced me to the music I love today, like rock and metal music. I don't know, he introduced me just to, I don't know, being a good person, being a good friend, because he always was that to everyone around him. He was a really nice guy, really friendly, and yeah, that. Sorry again for ending the video on a sad note, but I don't think it's sad necessarily, because he's with me in my thoughts, and that's all that really matters. Anyways guys, if you liked this video, leave a like, I would truly appreciate that. Also leave a comment, what's your favorite moment from this video, what do you think about certain aspects that I talked about, certain points, and do you have other questions? Feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.